take it slow.
Welcome, this is Chef D TV. This is the very first episode of Blank Screen Talk podcast, and today we're going to be talking about the best K-drama soundtrack so far. And P.S. don't take this personally, this is just our personal opinions. So starting off, Alex, do you want to go first?
Yeah, okay. So, first one. My mic isn't recording, is it?
It is.
Yeah, okay, so first one is Rugal. Definitely one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. And it's not even part of the official soundtrack, but it's just one of the side songs that they would play whenever he's about to fight one of the main characters of Ice. So it's just such a good soundtrack, honestly. Definitely my top soundtrack of all time.
Alright, continue from there. I think I haven't watched, would you say Rugal? I haven't watched Rugal yet, but I've watched Crash Landing on You. And Crash Landing on You, to me, is probably one of the best K-dramas of last year, if you haven't watched it. And the music and everything is just so emotional. It just draws you in. It's one of the things that make the show so memorable, if you know what I'm talking about. So that's why I put that down there as one of the best K-drama soundtracks that I've ever heard. Your next one's gonna be what?
Okay, my number 2 is K2's main theme song that they played in every fight, almost every fight actually, and just because of the fight scenes, the way how they were choreographed and the music, how it matches it, is just honestly perfect. Not as good as Wriggle, but it's good.
Still haven't watched Wriggle, but what? I'll watch it soon. I have to watch it really soon. But this show isn't on Netflix yet. But hopefully it's going to be on Netflix soon. But I think this is one of the K-dramas where I watched and I really paid attention to the music for the first time. And I was like, wow, like, this is dope. Like, this is sick. And that is Goblin, the Lonely and Great God. And if you haven't watched this show, you're missing out. You have to watch it. You really have to watch it. Like, seriously, Alex, you have to watch it, man.
Yeah, I do. Alright, well, my number 3.
You have to. It's a podcast, man. Why are you making it so unnatural, fam? You gotta talk as it goes along, fam.
No, my number.
Stop.
My number 3 isn't. It's not a K-drama.
What is it?
But it's just.
It's just a general good soundtrack.
Yeah, it's a good soundtrack. It's called Meteor. It's from Meteor Garden, which is one of the first Asian shows I've ever watched, and then that's.
Even though I've been recommending them to you for such a long time.
Yeah. I just decided, I think it was 2-3 years ago, decided to watch Meteor Garden, and the soundtrack from it is so good. It's a Chinese Mandarin soundtrack.
Because I remember you told me to watch it as well, but I still haven't watched it yet.
It's like the only show that was able to make me cry because of the soundtrack. It was just amazing.
The only show so far, but like segueing from that, Kill Me, Heal Me. The soundtrack from Kill Me, Heal Me. And I remember I told you, I watched this and I was like, oh man, Alex has to watch this.
Yeah,
and then when I recommended the show to you, I was like, you're going to cry. It's going to make you tear up. And then he came back a few weeks later and he was like, you were right, I cried. But even the soundtrack for the show is seriously amazing. And if you haven't, and you've probably missed your opportunity to watch it because it's not on Netflix anymore. They removed it, I think, a few weeks ago. I didn't even know. But, yeah.
That's yeah. Kill Me, Heal Me was that was emotional, I can't lie.
Very emotional.
The same actor, the main actor from Kill Me, Heal Me, was also in a show called Dr. John, which is the show that I've been watching. I've been watching a lot of Doctor shows, but Dr. John has to be one of my top just because of the soundtracks.
I've added that to my list, but I'm going to watch it soon.
Yeah.
As soon as I finish whatever I started watching now.
You definitely should. There's 2 soundtracks, I think.
Yeah, I think Hotel Del Luna is next on my list to watch. So, yeah, as soon as I finish watching that, I'll watch Dr. John.
Yeah. Hotel Del Luna. Yeah, you've told me about that. You've told me about most.
I have, yeah.
But most of them aren't on Netflix now because Netflix are just removing all the.
Yeah, they've been removing a lot of shows lately. So, some of these shows you really have to watch now. Most of them aren't even long shows. Most of them don't even go past 20 episodes. Most of them are just 16 or 18 episodes. So you really have to watch them while they're on Netflix for the short period of time that they're on there.
Yeah.
And going on from that, I think Korean Odyssey. This drama came out, I think it was 2017, 2008, recommend that you do go and watch it. It's only 16 episodes, and if you haven't watched it, you're missing out.
Yeah, I started watching Descendants of the Sun. I need to go and finish that. I think I'm halfway through, but I get distracted because they have so many, and then they keep removing many, and
you just have to watch it while it's on there. But still, Descendants of the Sun, like Goblin, is just a very memorable show, not just because of the storyline, but because the music just seems to fit almost every single scene that it plays in. You know what I mean? Just like this show, Uncanny Counter. Oh, Uncanny Counter. One of the best shows of 2020.
Honestly,
like, seriously. Like, the music, the story, everything. And even when season 2 is due to come out, or when it's going through its production state, I do hope that the main cast comes back for this show, because it just won't be the same.
Yeah, that's true. And it's so rare for a show to have a season 2, a Korean show to
exactly.
have a season 2, so.
Like, there's usually like, it'll have like one season, but sometimes it might go for hundreds of episodes. But there's never, it's like, oh, it's finished, but then it's back for a season 2.
Hopefully they keep the same cast. Another show, which is surprisingly having a season 2, is Love Alarm, which I watched, I think it was last year sometime.
One of my favourite Korean actresses in that one, but I haven't watched the first season.
It's the same actress as in Who Are You, the new version on Netflix. Yeah, it's amazing soundtrack.
She's also in a drama on Netflix called Radio Romance.
Oh, I think I've heard of
Radio Romance. So you should really go and watch that one too. But did you finish talking about that one? Are you good?
Yeah, that's
okay. Another one is Live or Live. I could never figure out how to perform like actually say the name of the show for it, and I've watched it 2 times already, and I still don't know if I'm saying the name correctly. But it's basically a Korean police drama series, and it's just everything just opens your eyes about how people view the police force sometimes, even if it's not the police force in your country, but just gives you like a general idea of how people expect certain police officers to be. And just the soundtrack for this show is really, really good as well. And it just really adds to that impact of making you remember everything that's going on in the show.
Yeah, soundtracks really do help a lot to like shows and scenes and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes it's the soundtrack or a certain song that really builds the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in K2 when that music would start, and you would know that something. Yeah, man.
That's good. Another scene where I know that something's about to happen was My ID is Gangnam Beauty. It's about
I love that one too. About the plastic surgery culture in Korea. Yeah.
The guy in it was so chill, but it's like whenever you hear the music,
you know he's about to do something badass. Yeah,
it's like it's crazy.
Okay, and I know I've said this probably 2-3 times already, but another show that's probably the best show of 2020 this year is It's Okay to Not Be Okay.
Oh yeah,
that show absolutely amazing. The acting, the story, everything was just the music. Everything was just so. Just watch it. Go on Netflix right now. Open up your Netflix and watch it.
I've never been that engaged in a show. Like it was so good.
It's like when I first started watching Kill Me Heal Me. I was in the kitchen washing up, and it was like 12 o'clock, and I finished watching the first episode, and I was like, "Yep, I'm hooked." That's it, and I had to watch it every single day after that. It was the same thing with this one. It's just an amazing show.
Wow. Okay, well, for me, another doctor show. I can't lie.
You love your doctor shows. You say in your opinion is that they're the best K-dramas out there.
Honestly, they are. Like there's Doctor Stranger, Doctor Romance. There's loads, but the one I'm talking about is Doctor Romantic, which is it has 2 seasons.
The second season just came out last year.
Yeah, I'm not. It confused me. I think they have the same storyline, but different.
Because they even bring back the same actors, which I think is really rare for any show, to be honest.
But season 2, the soundtrack it's like it suited the main character, which was the guy. And it's like whenever he was either about to get mad or whenever he was sad, like you can tell what emotion.
That music would start playing.
Honestly,
the music really does play a big part in kind of helping your emotions match what's going on. Yeah. Like anger, hate, love. It all just kind of intertwines and builds everything so well. Just like in Itaewon Class. And again, one of the best dramas of 2019 to 2020. Like the music for this, the story, it doesn't just give you like a glimpse, or give you an idea to what the culture like is in Korea when it comes to this particular area of the town and how international, how cultural it actually is. But apart from that, the story, the acting, it has another one of my favorite actors in Korea, Park Seo-joon, who's in another drama on Netflix called Fight for My Way, which, if you haven't watched these two shows, you're really missing out. One's really funny, light-hearted, as well as somewhat serious, and Itaewon Class is very kind of serious and very funny at the same time. So if you haven't watched it, I think you should watch it. But besides what you're watching now, you should really go and watch Itaewon Class after this one, Alex.
I can't speak for myself because I haven't watched it. You've told me about it. You've recommended it to me.
Yeah, because I just finished it like a few weeks ago too.
I need to get around to it once I finish. My one's one that I finished it time ago.
Which one was that?
Tempted.
I still haven't watched that.
It's with the girl from Red Velvet.
And then I love Joy from Red Velvet. I can't believe I still haven't watched that one.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I think it's 16 episodes as always.
Yeah.
16 episodes, and it's generally really, really good. I just haven't got along to finish it. I think I'm on episode 10 or so.
Yeah.
But the soundtrack in that show is really, really nice. Like, it's expected because it's a Red Velvet member in the show.
Yeah.
Soundtracks is really, really nice.
One of her first acting jobs, because I even heard that she even got kind of a lot of, like flack and diss and all that, because, this K-pop idol came out of nowhere. She's already got, a starring role in the K-drama without actually taking up those little roles like they expected her to do. So she got a lot of issues for that one. But I think the show is pretty good. I just haven't finished or started it yet.
Yeah.
But another show that I haven't started yet, but I have heard the soundtrack, and the soundtrack is really, really good. And that is The King, the Eternal Monarch. And if you haven't listened to this soundtrack or heard Hwasa from Mamamoo, she sings this song in there called Orbit. Like, the vocals, the song is absolutely amazing, man. I'm gonna make you listen to it when we finish recording this podcast, actually. Like, seriously, the show it's 10 out of 10, man. No, seriously, man.
Well, with my one, is a show called I Am Not Robot. Well, it's Are You a Robot?
I am not. It's yeah, I watched that one.
The actor in it is like, he plays two people.
Yeah.
One is the robot personality, and then one is like a human personality.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack is like, that's how, as the audience, you're able to tell which one's which one's the robot and which one's the real life. Like, the soundtrack just, it adds that extra excitement.
Is that the one where they make the robot of the
guy that's in the
air
coma.
like he's in a coma?
Yeah.
Park Seo-joon, what was it, Kang Seo-joon?
I think so.
I watched him in a variety show called Roommate, but I haven't really watched a lot of his acting projects. I'm due to, like, Cheese in the Trap or Third Charm, I think it's called.
Yeah, Third Charm.
I'm due to watch like a couple of those shows. But there was also this show on Netflix. I think it's gone now. I think it was called The Guardian, but it goes by many names. But I think it was also called The Lookout or something, maybe on Netflix. I told you to watch it, but you didn't, and now it's gone.
Oh no!
But the soundtrack for that one is really good, and the music plays a really, really, really big part in this show as well, with getting you to feel like anger, hate, and all that. When it comes to the action scenes and everything, it builds these scenes up. So it's like, once you hear it playing, you're already getting ready for it. You're like,
I get you.
What's gonna happen? What badass thing? As
Kendrick
well,
is really good at that.
Yeah, they really know how to make you hate characters differently.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Because you see Western shows, you're like, I hate that guy. That guy's annoying. I want to kill him, get rid of him. But when it comes to K-dramas, you're like, this guy, like,
it's like you want to punch your screen whilst watching.
Like, it's kind of like watching Joffrey in Game of Thrones. I hate that guy. Hate him.
Right, well, my show is She Was Pretty, which I watched this, I think
I've watched that. Park Seo-joon's in that one. Yeah.
It was straight after I watched Kill Me, Heal Me, because it's the same actors that play brothers and sisters, but now they're like a couple.
Yeah.
It's confusing, and I can't lie, the storyline is confusing.
Oh yeah, and Kill Me, Heal Me, they play adoptive twins. Yeah.
But it's really, really good, and the guy's from Itaewon Class as well.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really good show. Really, really good show. The soundtrack in it though is nice. Like, there's a variety, because for a romance show, like it's a romance / comedy show,
Yeah.
you would normally expect it to just have like that slow, nice romance music, but it also has that upbeat, quick music, and it's just a nice variety.
Oh, and put Shiwon from Super Junior's in this as well. Man, I think this is one of the first like shows I've watched him act in since I've known about this group. Even if I've listened to their music a long time, I've never watched one of his projects. But I did watch this one, and I was like, this is one of the first K-dramas where they did like the third wheel, not the third wheel, like the love triangle thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, she should win out with the other guy. The other guy was better because they always do this storyline in most K-dramas. Like the main guy treats the girl like absolute shit the whole time. And then the one-off episode is so special, but then he goes back to treating them like shit, and I'm like, why is this such a overused thing? It's not, in real life it wouldn't work. Yeah. Sure, it's nice to watch on TV, but it doesn't work. It's unrealistic. Yeah. And going off of that one, The Healer. Oh, I'm not sure if that's still on Netflix.
I think it is. I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that show. The show is good. It's really good. Really the action, everything, the music, just good. And if you haven't watched it, it's really, really good. Go and watch it.
You can see it from the first episode. Like,
they do that thing with the music as well. Yeah. That, the light-hearted, like that build-up. It's like, oh, maybe it's not gonna be that bad, not gonna be that serious, and then it completely changes on you.
That's crazy.
I know.
Alright, my show, I'm so embarrassed, but it's another Doctor show. It's Doctor Prisoner. I'm mid-watching it now.
That's the one. Kill Me, Heal Me, right? Yeah.
I watched another 3 or 4 Doctor shows, I think it was, and then I just saw Doctor Prisoner. I was like, you know what, why not? A Doctor show hasn't let me down before, so I'm just gonna give it another try. And it's really nice. Like, the soundtrack's nice. The plot is really interesting as well, because there's so many plot twists. It's like you'll think this guy's on your side, but then you hear the music and it's like, is it
one of those shows where it's like, oh, should I trust that guy? Yeah. I trust that guy, but then something happens. You're like, wait, hold up. Should I second guess myself?
Like, I'm not too sure if to trust you or not.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Just like the K2. Oh, the K2. It's like, what? Like, whose side should I be on?
At one point, I thought the bodyguard, from where they were working, was the one that was close to jail. Yeah. I thought that he was gonna like turn on him. That's why I was.
And he didn't.
Happy.
I've added all of these to my Netflix list, but I really I'm trying to catch up now on K-dramas because I was watching Running Man, so I stopped watching K-dramas because Running Man has maybe more than 500 episodes right now.
Yeah.
So because I was watching Running Man, I was like, I can't watch these K-dramas at the same time at the moment. So yeah, now that I've stopped watching Running Man for a little bit, I'm trying to catch up on these K-dramas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like now, Murim Score. Murim Score.
Right, of course.
I watched it, and I was going to tell Alex to watch it, but I don't think did I tell you to watch it?
No, you told me to watch it, and that's when I watched it. I think I went home and watched it that day. Yeah. And I started with, oh my gosh.
Like, for this one, not every song is like good. It's just those, the specific ones. Because I think the other 3 songs were the songs where they used for like, because you're supposed to be a K-pop idol, right? Yeah. I guess that was what those songs were for. But apart from that, the other 3 songs were absolutely amazing, especially that song by Vix.
Oh, amazing.
What was it? Song. That the main song by Vix. I think it was
Alive, I think it's called.
Yeah, something like that. But
sure. I'll go find it.
Yeah, that show it was really good when it was really, really good.
Yeah.
It's not on Netflix anymore, but I think
I'm so sad that they moved it, man.
I went to rewatch it the other day and I was like, wait, it's gone? Why didn't Netflix tell me?
Yeah.
Like, I went to reminisce and watch Power Rangers the other day, and Netflix told me that I was leaving at the end of January, so how come they couldn't tell me with this one?
Yeah, just removing everything.
Yeah, I know, right?
Seriously. Removed big shows, especially the shows that they've cancelled. They've cancelled some really, really good shows.
Like, really, really good shows. I mean, like, shows like, not K-drama related, but I know, like, Daredevil and stuff being cancelled. Yeah. I was like, okay. Disney started Disney Plus, so maybe, hopefully, at some point, they're going to move over there. But, Netflix really just be cancelling shows just like that, man.
It really is, yeah.
Well, those are all my shows, but I don't know if you have anything else you want to add to this, or...
Not Korean shows, no, but I think we could both agree on a Japanese show.
Japanese show? Oh,
amazing soundtrack.
I know it's absolutely. Like, I've been telling this guy to watch this show for years.
Years now. You've recommended it to me.
And now it comes on Netflix. I'm like, you have to watch it now. You really have to watch it.
Like the whole collection's on Netflix. And the soundtrack is so sick. I know. Sick.
Because I remember I was watching it on this site, and I was like, because they broke up into episodes. So when I was watching on Netflix, I was like, I don't remember it being the whole movie like this. You know, it was much longer than the 6 episodes that it was broken down into.
Yeah.
But and action scenes, the music, the story, everything's good, man. So if you haven't watched it, it's on Netflix right now, just like we were saying before. And I think it's one of the shows that we recommend to you the most.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anything else? Or should we just wrap this up here?
Yeah, let's wrap up here.
Okay. Thank you for watching. It was your host, Shavaz speaking. You know, probably going to drop another video sometime soon on Black Screen Talk Podcast. And I was speaking with
Alex.
Alright. Thanks for watching. You already know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe.